Hello and welcome to the weekly wrap only on Ken Spy Plus. I'm your host, Audrey Castoreno. So this is a show where we get you caught up on the big stories of the week so you can stay in the know. And as you may know, we do have a new 47th president of the United States, with Donald Trump preparing for a second stint in the White House. So we'll get to that headline in just a second, but let's get to our countdown. Coming in at number 5 this week, the funeral arrangements for One Direction singer Liam Payne are now in the final stages. The 31-year-old's body was released Wednesday by authorities in Buenos Aires, where he died last month after falling from a hotel balcony. His untimely passing triggering an outpouring of fan tributes around the world. And at number 4, Sean Diddy Combs celebrated his birthday behind bars this week. He got in a call with his kids.
Yeah.
I love you too, baby.
So this video is from Access Hollywood, and that was our first time hearing his voice since his legal battle started. This week we learned his lawyers are asking a judge to place a gag order on potential witnesses and their attorneys. Combs's lawyers argue that any public statements about the case could undermine his right to a fair trial. The move comes after media reports last week about a witness who appeared before a federal grand jury. That witness said he has videos that contain footage of celebrities potentially being victimized by Combs. The witness has not filed any suits against Combs and does not claim to be a victim of his alleged misconduct. Now at number 3, it has now been 1 month since Suzanne Simpson went missing. She's the Olmos Park realtor and mom, last seen being restrained by her husband, according to neighbors. Now, in a new development, the couple's daughter believes her father, Brad Simpson, killed her mother out of anger. 20-year-old Chandler Simpson says her mother was trying to leave the abusive relationship, saying on social media, quote, "My father took my mother's life in a state of rage and control," end quote. Now Chandler is echoing the call to action, urging the Alamo Heights community to speak out about domestic violence.
A respectful relationship does not have any room for fear. If we see something, make sure that you call the police. And that is perhaps the only thing and the minimum that we can do that perhaps may save a person's life.
The Department of Public Safety said they will be giving an update on the case before the end of the week. Meanwhile, Brad Simpson is scheduled to appear at a bond hearing next Wednesday. He is asking the judge to allow him to have contact with his 4 children. The sidelines at Spurs games are going to look a little bit different. That's because head coach Greg Popovich will be off the sidelines indefinitely as he deals with an undisclosed illness. The announcement came before their game against the Clippers. According to Ken's 5 sports director Nate Ryan, we don't know what the illness is, but it's the same one that sidelined the longtime Spurs coach during their home game against the Timberwolves. Obvious concerns from Spurs fans because Coach Pop will turn 76 in January, but has shown no desire to leave coaching. Assistant coach Mitch Johnson will assume head coaching duties in Pop's absence. And of course, best wishes to Coach Pop on a smooth recovery. And back here in the Alamo City, if you're looking for a place to dine this weekend, then we've got a scary good one for you. A longtime restaurant in downtown may be hosting more than just hungry customers. And this week's Neighborhood Eats, our Sarah Duran dines with the paranormal at this German spot.
Guten Tag! Today we are in downtown at San Antonio's oldest restaurant, serving up an authentic taste of Germany.
And a site of paranormal activity.
It is said to be haunted, actually right here in this room.
Don't let the scary stories about this historical spot stop you. Step inside and dine at Shiloh's.
And joining me now is Nicole Amerson, the general manager here at Shiloh's Delicatessen. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Of course.
So excited to try the German food. Tell me how y'all got started.
So in the late 1800s, Papa Fritz had a saloon in Beeville, Texas, and then in 1917 turned it to a delicatessen and moved his family here to San Antonio.
That's when Papa Fritz Shiloh's wife, Mama Laura Shiloh, started serving some of her classic German recipes. A century later, only Papa's picture appears in the restaurant, but Mama's food still made behind the kitchen counter.
So we are in the kitchen now. You're making a breakfast schnitzel.
Breakfast pork schnitzel.
3 ounces of pork pan-fried and topped with a gooey egg, sunny side up. Also good is the Shiloh's Taste of Germany,
Turn it to winner.
featuring schnitzel, bratwurst, German potatoes, red cabbage, sauerkraut, and red wine mushroom sauce.
Look at that, just creamy all over that schnitzel. Yes, Oktoberfest.
And in the spirit of Oktoberfest,
Have you seen a lot of people coming in?
Definitely lots of schnitzels being ordered.
and frosty glasses of root beer fizzing.
Now, if you want to get a taste of authentic German food here in San Antonio, where can people find Shiloh's?
424 East Commerce Street, San Antonio, Texas, street level downtown.
Let's go ahead and do a cheers to the beer.
Prost.
Wow, you can get Oktoberfest year-round there, and I'm needing some of that in my life right now. More of your weekly wrap after this quick break.
The holidays are here, and we need your help spreading Christmas cheer to thousands of children across San Antonio. This year, we're making it easier than ever to donate to the Bills Elves Toy Drive. Just scan the QR code now to start shopping wish lists, custom made for local kids. Your gift landing right in their hands. Give now at kens5.com/BillsElves.
Bill's Elves, sponsored by Methodist Healthcare, Raising Cane's, Rhino Roofers, and Mr. Sparky.
Talked to this police officers, and she told me to call Ken 5.
Every week, Ken's 5 is looking out for San Antonio's own.
The next day after you left, they sent a professional AC guy, and my AC's working now.
If you've been wronged by someone,
It was shocking. Clearly something went wrong.
or a business,
I couldn't believe it was happening.
just call Ken's. Weekdays at 6, only on Ken's 5.
I got my vehicle back. I'm rolling again, so call Ken 5 to help you if you need help too.
When the polls closed on Election Day, Ken's 5 was there looking out for San Antonio's own.
The race has been called here in Texas for former President Donald Trump.
From local issues to races impacting the entire country, our dedicated team of journalists spread out across the state to be with you through the night
We just got word that Ted Cruz has taken the stage. Let's take that live.
and the very next morning,
You are waking up to a historic election.
keeping you in the know both on air and online.
Welcome back to the weekly wrap. Now to some local happenings. Technology has taken video gaming to a whole new level. Now there's a sim racing facility in New Braunfels where technology will put you virtually in the seat of a Formula One race car. And this week's Texas Outdoors, Barry Davis is taking you to Oasis Sim Racing.
We didn't know how fast the community would gravitate towards it. It's been tremendous.
To say this place is on the fast track is a bit of an understatement. Reed Lincoln turned his passion into profits.
When I first started getting into sim racing, one of the things that I struggled with, there was no place to try anything out.
Oasis offers you an experience you can't get without actually buckling up.
On the steering wheel, you're gonna get the force feedback like you would in your normal car as well. So to a degree, I mean, it is no different than you driving your normal car like you did here today.
The simulators allow you to speed around most any racetrack in the world.
The motion platform, everything is so fine-tuned. We can feel the difference of running over grass to running over brick to running over asphalt. I mean, these machines they're incredible at what they're capable of.
I love racing and couldn't wait to sit down and fire up the engine.
So we got upshift, downshift, and then
Wait.
Yep.
Where's upshift?
The
upshift,
paddles,
downshift?
up and down. So
Oh, wow.
right now you're in reverse. So go up and then one more. And now you're in first gear.
It's so realistic, the movement of the seat, the video flying all around me. I only lasted for about 4 or 5 laps.
Holy cow.
It gets you good, huh?
I got to get out of it a minute.
Yeah?
You know, it's amazing me. It makes me seasick.
Which gave our photographer Axel, who has his sim racing setup at home, a chance to really test the system.
Oh yeah, 100%. You feel everything. It's crazy. You know, I'm just used to like sitting in a still chair and to race with the actual like elements and the braking and feeling every turn. It's a lot immersive, but it's a lot harder to drive. Like you get a real good experience of this.
Your whole family can enjoy this. There's no age restriction. Lincoln says he's done bachelor parties, corporate events, birthday parties.
It feels like you're really in there.
That's our goal.
If you want to race, but you don't want the risk, this just might be your oasis.
I know a lot of people are going to enjoy that one. All right, now to a new way to fight cancer. Meredith Haas has more on a study that explores omega fatty acids and this week's Quick Hits.
We could be one step closer to figuring out how to fight off certain cancers. A study done over 10 years looking at 250,000 people found that omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids actually helped lower 14 different cancers, including brain, malignant melanoma, bladder cancer, and more. And making moves in AI in the medical world, Biomed GPT is being studied in a way that doctors can look at images and figure out how to diagnose someone in many different ways. And then did you see this cute guy? His name is Harry Potter. He is a hoary bat who won a beauty contest in Oregon. Pretty cool. If y'all would like to read a little more into these stories, head on over to kens5.com/quickhits.
Thanks so much, Meredith. Now to number one in our weekly wrap. Donald Trump was named president, 47th president of the United States after Tuesday's election. Let's hear from him.
So I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your 47th president and your 45th president.
And Thursday, Vice President Kamala Harris publicly conceded the race for the presidency.
Earlier today, I spoke with President-elect Trump and congratulated him on his victory. I also told him that we will help him and his team with their transition, and that we will engage in a peaceful transfer of power. While I concede this election, I do not concede the fight that fueled this campaign.
Meanwhile, President-elect Donald Trump and his team now have 75 days to plan Trump's transfer of power. Linda McMahon and Howard Lutnick have been named heads of the Trump transition team. Mr. Biden's chief of staff says his team is waiting on Trump to sign federal agreements to kickstart that transition. In the coming days, Trump will also work on naming an inaugural committee as well as a formal transition team. The White House says President Biden has told Mr. Trump he is committed to a smooth transition. That's it for us here with the weekly wrap. Thanks for joining us. Of course, you can catch more of this on KENS 5 Plus. We'll see you next week.